All right, guys, let's take a look at the Oris Aquis, the trash watch. A lot of people are calling it the trash watch. It's recycled PET. I don't know what that stuff is, but it's recycled materials, plastics, oil-based plastics, and stuff like that in the dial. That's why the dial looks unique. And actually, every dial is going to be different because of the fact that it is, these big sheets, and then they stamp them out, so no two are going to be alike. I do find, straight up, elephant in the room, I do find that it is difficult to read the watch in this particular colorway. It's almost like a camouflage pattern, but it's camouflaging the indices and the hands and definitely the date wheel, depending on how your dial pattern is. So it's still really cool looking, and I dig it because of the blues, the purples, the burgundies, the reds, all that stuff, and the grays. And we'll do a close-up. I think it's still really cool, but it does make it difficult, at least for me to read. Okay, this one, Oris claims, is the 41.5. I can't measure 41.5 anywhere on this watch. This is definitely a 41 millimeter watch case by 48 lug to lug, 13 millimeter thick. Their proprietary, integrated bracelet to the case, so there's no like lug width here. But if you measure like right here, this is about 21.8 millimeters, so just under 22, and the bracelet tapers down amazing to 16 millimeter. And then you have a fully milled out clasp with 3 micro adjust, just 2 double pushers there, nice and simple, easy to do. And there's a dive extension that nobody will use. And the bracelet on these, actually the whole Oris Aquis is actually an amazing watch. It is its own original, unique design. They're extremely comfortable. They're amazing to wear on wrist. There's some amazing colorways. Of course, now they have the new in-house 400 movement. This one does not have that. This one has what they're calling the Oris 733. It's basically a Sellita SW200 that they slap a red rotor on. I don't think they really do anything else. And I'll do a close-up of that in a second. But 7 millimeter crown, sized for my wrist, it weighs 144 grams. These are $2,300. And actually, I checked out their website right before doing this video. This particular model sold out. These aren't limited edition. They said as long as people keep buying them, they're going to keep making them. So get put on the wait list, and as soon as one comes in, you'll be able to get it. They're $2,300. Has BGW9 loom. Has 120 click bezel. This is a sample model that Oris sent me, so it might not be perfect. I'm not sure what that bezel insert is. I'm assuming that's ceramic, but it's like because I think they use ceramic on everything else. It's just an interesting colorway on that one. So overall, I mean, the Aquis is like a home run, whether you want the 41, there's even a 36 millimeter for smaller wrist or for the ladies. And I mean, it's just a phenomenal watch. The finishing on it is awesome. The case design, in this particular option, you have that. Can we go closer? We can go closer. You can see how crazy those dials are. But you can also see how difficult it can be to read it. I still think they could do better anti-reflective coating on the crystals. I mean, heck, you know what? The way this watch is done with the polishing on the bracelet and everything, Oris, why don't you just go ahead and do AR coating top and bottom on this thing? I know a lot of people worry about, crystal scratching and everything like that, but the reality is these watches are going to get scratched up. So, I would rather have the really good AR coating on the crystal, and it's a mineral display crystal on the back. And this has 26 jewels. They cut it off. It says Jew. That's interesting because we're in Hanukkah right now too. So some information on the back there. It is a 300 meter. Personally, I think the 41 millimeter is too small for my 7¼ inch wrist. I would definitely go for the 43.5, which is actually more like a 43. They wear a lot smaller than their size would indicate. So this is like a 41 by 48, right? Similar to what my sub is and stuff. And this thing just wears smaller, even though the 43 is going to have a lot bigger presence. And I know on camera right here, it probably looks totally fine on wrist, but I've worn enough of the 41s and the 43s that the 43 is how the Aquis should be designed in my mind. But I'm assuming, because they're not really making any new colorways in the 43, that any new colorways in the 43 with the 400 movement, and they're mostly putting the colorways towards the 41, and they're doing like, this isn't available in the 43 as well. This is only the 41 and the 36. I know I'm rambling here, but I feel like Oris is finding out that the 41s outsell the 43. So everybody, please start buying all the 43s so I can start getting some 400s in other colors in the 43 is what I'm trying to say. I know it's a selfish request, but I definitely want a 43 millimeter Oris 400 caliber Aquis, but I don't want the blue dial one. I want like a green or some other colorway I want in the 43. Let's kill the lights and check the lume. I babbled way too long on this. I love the Oris Aquis, guys. I just haven't found the exact model that I want. Beautiful lume on it. Actually, I probably should just go buy the 43 millimeter titanium. I really do like that one, but it's not the 400 movement. It's the SW 200. So excellent lume on these two. You cannot go wrong with the Oris Aquis, guys. It is a great watch. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next vid.